Hello there, my name is Rachel. Like to talk about animation. Now, this video itself is still sort of a theory video, but it's more a conversation on what happened in issue 7. If you've not seen issue 7, I made a video up there, or hopefully you watch on Twitter. Ninth Moon did his kind of translation. If you want to see that one, you come back, watch this video. But this is basically full spoilers of issue 7. Of course, I'm just going to talk about the moment that's really stuck out in my head that I need to sort of talk about it, like what happened to Parasite, how she transformed, or at least lose control of the Parasite, getting control of her own body. And that was really interesting and disturbing. Also, Bloodhound herself, how truly strong she really is. And also, the two fights was sort of short with Parasite and Miranana versus Bloodhound. That was actually kind of fun and interesting. But the only problem was it was sort of a handicap fight than anything else, and that was sort of kind of disappointed because I wanted more. I wanted to see how far and crazy the fight could be, but that's just me. That was sort of a close-in, desperate get-out fight now. Which, but other than that, this other one thing kind of draws me crazy. Who is Barajas? Like, is okay. Let's face it. We know kind of who could be basically King Casino, but it could be not. Could be something completely different. Could be basically another subgroup with the mercenaries or not. We just don't know. What do you think? Who is basically the Barajas? You think it also is King Casino or completely different character or another mob boss or one of the six families of the underworld of Villainous? That could be a possibility. That would be a little bit interesting because we only know three. That sits that Porcini, King Casino, and Vadum. So I wonder if the other three will come out in the end of the series, or leave that as sort of a question mark future series they explain or explore. I hope they don't, or hope I do, because either way I still get entertained. But other than that, I think we should talk about Bloodhound because Bloodhound was very interesting because how powerful, how dominant, how very strict her mental force really is, because she's just sort of interesting as a character because she's sort of that sort of shonen trope type of character who keep gunning up for a fight, and she did not disappoint, specifically more with Parasite. Like, she took a punch that was sort of incredible and she still get up, even stopping one of her Parasite's own punches. That really show how strong and fast she really is. Then I'm wondering, she could go farther. She's more technical, or she could actually transform another different stage of her beast form if it actually is a thing. We just don't know with this show. Even the villain profile, they don't go in deep detail what is her special abilities. That I'm hoping they explore a little bit more, or I'm just a kind of showing junkie that I want more. But I don't know you what you think about Bloodhound. You like her performance, you like the little fights here and there, or you want a second fight of versus Bloodhound and Parasite, because I want to see that fight. I hope this was sort of a tease for a great fight later on, or even a fight with Miranaro, because the fight wasn't a fight, it was a skirmish. Someone trying to run away. I mean, that's sort of obvious what it was, but I'm kind of curious what was if Miranaro was prepared before the fight. She was having her bow and arrow ready. That would be an interesting, kind of fascinating fight because it's sort of hand-to-hand combat version of Archer. So I want to see what actually could happen. Honestly, we don't know. I'm just sort of teased that I want more of the fight. But besides that, let's talk the main course, Parasite herself. I mean, goddamn, when she transformed, that slowly transforming, that honestly I didn't know what was gonna happen. It became basically a horror film, but yet became more of that. It sort of kind of established that Parasite herself, her own creature who is stuck to her, can actually take control her body. Not even control. She can transform to something completely different. And Parasite could not really do anything. You could see her sure dangling. In fact, the whole scene, she flips her body backwards, remind me of a horror film called John Carpenter's It. It's basically the same kind of style of horror of the original horror movie really was. I'd be not disappointed if Andy and her team got inspired by that it feels it really was. But besides that, you feel that was sort of interesting, but also asks more questions that uh, Parasite herself loses control. She still have herself in, or the creature inside her has not full control. I mean, she can still talk, she can still semi move, but yet she can't do anything. It's all about the parasite itself. That kind of wondering if this creature transformed because she felt, well, the creature felt it was sort of in danger, or better yet, it was sort of half transformed or not yet fully taken over of our parasite's own body. And that would make it sort of interesting because we don't know what is the limit, or this is sort of stage one of the parasite. Like you have more stages. If the parasite herself, her own stomach, takes over the whole body, she becomes sort of inspiration of venom in a way. That could be very interesting and fascinating because we don't know what happened to our parasite, what happened to her if this thing takes completely over or not. Maybe they could share the same body like normally, just flip it like Two Face or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That sort of twist, one take turns that the other take control. That also sort of interesting because we just don't know what else this thing can actually do. In fact, we don't know she can actually transform again or not, or she needs to make peace with this creature and work together, become something completely different. I mean, we could have like dozen different transformations or not, or anything else. I mean, it's sort of interesting because you don't know what else this thing can actually do. But of course, I'm wondering what happens to the next issue that our parasite can control this again or de-transform because it feels what happened to her feels very painful. But wondering they have medication for this, like what was the deal that she did with Black Cat to control this thing? That she makes a call or what? Well, hopefully they do sort of a process explanation to see what happens next, to see what was the deal she made to Black Cat. That could be interesting or not, or you prefer do not explain anything, just leave it how it is, just show me, do not tell me. That could be interesting myself. I mean, it could be very interesting because sometimes it's more your interpretation, but at the same time I do feel sad for Parasite that her kind of whole life is around this creature and she doesn't have full control. You can tell why she's sort of kind of half depressed, half there all the time. You just get her. I mean, she became one of those super relatable villains that you just feel empathy of her. Hopefully, she can get out of this sort of situation and get better. But oh, that was sort of interesting. I mean, it's something I wasn't sure what happens next, especially how she moves. It was a little disturbing. In fact, you read the comic or watched the video, you feel it was a little disturbed or not, or you just a horror fan like me, just like, yeah, this is normal. Like I don't know you, I just enjoy that transformation, enjoy that sort of madness. Especially I found fascinating that Parasite can maybe control this thing in this type of moments that she feels that what it feels at the same time want to protect her friend, but she was attacked by Bloodhound. I wonder is that her influence is controlling the creature, or is one of those things just sort of happens and the creature saw something in the corner and attacked it because it's hungry. I mean, that's a lot of questions that this thing is intelligent or just a wild animal who hears or smells something around and attacks it and eats it. And that I found that sort of interesting because once again, you could go a lot of different directions with that. Now, anything else? I mean, this issue was kind of short. I mean, not short, it was a lot, but it's just a lot of action. But in the end, it was funny, well made, and just well paced. At least how I read it, it feels well paced because everybody who reads an issue or a comic, it depends how fast you read something that you feel compelled or interested if you feel it did it right. But oh, that I really enjoy it. Of course, I did like Van Doom, how she sort of was all over the place. She was sort of the gag of the whole issue, that she trying to be in control, but she was losing it. Especially what happens to the very end, that she master plans everything to wait to get to Miss Heat, to let Barajas do all the dirty work. She could get to Miss Heat. And I'm sort of curious what can happen next. No, honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just one question: that how you felt about this issue? Do you like it? Do you hate it? You think it was too long, too short, or you wanted more? You wanted more of the battle, or what is your prediction of next issue? That Parasite can control her creature once again or not? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.